This is going to be a crash course on how to use video on your business's website. So there's two ways to get video up on a website, one being a direct upload to your CMS, and then the other option, which is way more popular, would be a third-party system where you embed it on your website. Now, a lot of people will use YouTube for this, and it works, but there's a little bit of drawbacks when it comes to a business. Number one is you can't customize the look of the player. So depending on your business's branding, might not look the best on your site. But the more important thing is YouTube wants people on YouTube's site. So ads can be played in front of your videos and related videos can show up, which sometimes can be your competitors. So most businesses look into a third-party service. I've done a comparison video going over all the different types, but my favorite is Livid. It's a very simple, super affordable $10 a month plan where you can host all your videos and it's really easy to use. So when do you use each of these, a direct upload and an embed? Well, direct uploads are really only for video backgrounds. For example, a homepage hero is a very common use of this. You'll have video playing in the background, you'll have some text over it, and combining with this headline, it's a really quick way to get across what your business does. Now, the downside of uploading direct is it can slow down your website. So that's why you don't want to do long form videos, product videos. Those are best served on a different server, a third-party hosting solution. So when you go to upload direct, make sure your video is short, it's compressed. Now, your CMS will often compress this. I know Webflow does it. I know some WordPress plugins do it, but typically the smaller file sizes you can give it, the better your site's going to load, and you know how important that is for SEO. Now for embedding, this is really for all your other videos, all your long form videos, product videos, service videos, whatever it is, that's really how you should host videos on a website. Now there's two different ways to do it. One would be an inline embed, and the other being a pop-up or a lightbox type treatment. Now the inline embeds are going to function just like a text box or an image on your website. Inline video, about half the page size, is very common. Another way to do it is a full width embed here. So if you really want to draw some attention to the video, make sure people watch it, you can devote a whole section and embed that video there. Now with the lightbox, this is typically when you don't want to take up space on the page. Most commonly, people will use a small thumbnail image, like these blue ones down below. You would click it and then the video would play on top of your website. And then another option is using a text link. So if you have some body copy and you want to call out this video, you can make it a hyperlink and it'll play over top your website. Now, what's the technical side of actually getting that video on the website? Well, there's two different ways to do that. Within Livid, they give you a short link, which you can paste into your website builder, typically a video widget. The other way to do it is just using a traditional HTML embed code. It'll give you some code that you can copy onto your website, and then it will be embedded. Now, all the styling of the player is done in your video hosting solution. So I can add a logo here, I can add share buttons. This is all done here, and you can update it throughout your website or specific use case videos. So next up, we're going to talk about the why, but to quickly summarize, direct uploads you want to use mainly for background elements like a homepage hero, and then everything else is going to be embed. You can do it inline half a page, inline full a page, or use light boxes that are clicked and the video pops up. So why even use video in the first place? Well, the short answer is it just makes your business more money if done correctly. But more specifically, it's a great boost to your SEO. When people are on your website and they watch a video, they're going to stay on longer, so that naturally increases the watch time, and that's a great symbol for Google. Now, the other option would be to build trust. When you can create a video that is well made, that explains the topics, and provides value to that user, you build trust and you position your business as an expert. Another great option is for social proof. So you know how powerful written reviews are. Well, videos can do the same thing and even better. So if you got a customer who was thrilled with your product or a business that was thrilled, ask them if they'll do a case study. You can interview them over Zoom, or even better yet, send a camera crew out to their place, do some interviews with their staff, get some B-roll of their footage, and put together a nice case study that can be used for your sales team on the website. Another great use for video is just improving the overall quality perception of your brand. If you're on a website and you see a really well-made video that has good video, good sound, that naturally makes your products and services be viewed at a higher quality compared to a poor video. So great video can really up the quality perception of your brand and help you charge more. And then lastly is general education. So if you can think early in their buying journey, what kind of problems they are, create videos that really tell them how to solve them themselves, it positions your business as an expert. And again, it builds that trust for when they actually need to make a purchase. All right, so we know video is great. Where do you start with a business? Well, the best videos that I recommend to start with is testimonial videos and case studies. These are kind of the backbones of a video marketing strategy. Even if you don't have professional equipment, you can do a Zoom interview and just cut together testimonials of customers talk about your product services. So definitely recommend those. And then over time, as you start to produce them, you're going to start to build up a library. And if you get B-roll, that just helps you create more videos down the road. And then the second video would be product and service videos or demo videos. Customers really want to do their research first. So if you have a well-made video that goes over how your product worked or how your service works or how your demo works, it's going to help that customer make the journey. And when they're ready, they're going to reach out to you. And then lastly, what are some common mistakes with using video on a website? The biggest one I see is using autoplay. Autoplay is very intrusive to the viewer. The sound starts to play immediately and it can be very distracting. And sometimes I'll just click off a video if there's an auto-playing video, especially with sound on the website. Number two would be too many videos. Not only does it slow down your site, but it doesn't give a viewer a clear idea of what they should watch. On one web page, keep it down to one, maybe max two, unless of course it's like a portfolio website. Number three, poor sound. You can get away with bad video. In fact, phones are often more than enough to shoot a video, but if it has bad sound, definitely going to be unwatchable. So make sure you take some time and film in a quiet environment with a good mic. Now, there are some great AI tools like Adobe's Podcast Enhance tool, which will clean up sound, but getting the sound right when you're filming automatically makes your videos look way more high quality. Another mistake was the YouTube embeds. Again, it's not a huge deal, but again, you're spending all this time trying to get a customer on your website, and the last thing that you want is for them to click away. So really recommend a third-party hosting solution, something like Livid, or check out the video comparison that I did on other solutions that might be working for your business. And then lastly, outdated videos, especially if you're talking about price. Really, price is something you should not talk about in the video because that might change, and then you always have to keep track of what things you want to update. A great thing about Livid too is that you can simply replace a video on that site and it's going to automatically update it on your website without having to change out the embed code. Hopefully this video was helpful. We went over a lot, but basically video is going to be a great tool in your customer's buying journey if used effectively on your website. My name is Rob Deveray. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions and we'll see you in the next video.